Hey, what's up, guys? It's Jamie. I'm just doing a quick share about the Sandbox, something I'm investing in long term, at least when I say long term, while the trend is hot. It could be 6 months, it could be 10 years. I don't know, right? But at the moment, this is nothing I'm day trading. This is something that I plan to buy for a while and hold on to. So if you're not sure about what the Sandbox is, I'm not the guy that kind of like break it all down. There's plenty of videos on YouTube, or you could Google it, about. I thought this video was pretty good by the On-Chain Gaming guy here. He puts how to play the Sandbox Complete Beginner's Guide. He kind of walks you through the whole thing in about less than 30 minutes. So if you want to get a good idea of how this is working, what it does, I would say check out that video. So I am still learning this, but one thing I've been hearing about is I've been hearing a lot about Metaverse stuff. So I had bought some Mana, I had bought some Engine, which is Mana is Decentraland, and I have also bought the Sandbox. So I wasn't sure where to buy it. When I go in there, I'm going to show you, you know, the Sandbox will tell you where you can get it. But I bought on Uphold. I'm not promoting this. I'm not telling you to buy this. I'm just saying that that's where I got it. So first thing I'll show you in the coin market cap, where Sandbox stands. I had read that the prediction for the Sandbox sand is $12, right? So right now it's at $4.70. If you look over 1 year, it was as low as 13 cents and had gone as high as $8. And then when you scroll down here, you see the little map. If you go to the trading view, I like the candles. I'm not a professional chart reader, but I kind of have a pretty good idea of how the candlesticks work. So these are day candles. If I change it to weekly, might be a little bit better to see. Let me just kind of scroll this out a bit, spread it out. So you can see each one of those candles represent 1 week. For those of you who don't know, most of you do, and you can see it opened and closed higher for several weeks over here. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, and then it kind of like came down a bit, climbed up, and then came back down. Now I know that there was a crypto crash a couple weeks back, and that lasted for some time. There's been some recovery. I don't know if that's going to go back down again with the tax rate, the feds and all that stuff. But for the time being, and for whatever the time to come, I think this is mass adoption. This is Metaverse stuff. That's why I think Facebook changed over. I think this is where things are going. So I'm not saying the Sandbox is the only place. There's plenty of places to do it, but you might want to take a little bit of money and think about it. Think about maybe doing that. I am gonna try to get 1,000 tokens. Right now I have less than 100, but I want to see if it kind of comes back down. I'm waiting to see if it holds here or if it kind of comes back down between now and the end of March. But I'm dollar cost averaging into that. So let me go back here and actually show you the website. I'm using my phone, which is an Samsung Ultra. As I shoot these, I'm not a professional editor. I don't make excuses of I don't have the right setup. I just kind of shoot what I have. I share this stuff with friends. I share this stuff with my 4 kids, mainly my oldest son that is now thinking about investing. And as I get into my late 40s here, I wish I would have started this when I was his age or younger. So and I always encourage other people, whether they're in their teens and 20s or people my age or older, that it's not too late. It's a good way to kind of hedge against deflation and things that are happening. So when you go to the Sandbox game, right, that's where I went. And I had to set up an account. I think I'm going to go in there now, and I'm already set up. But it asked me to use my Google account or Sandbox. Or, I'm sorry, Sandbox or Facebook, MetaMask. So it gives you that option. So here on the left, I haven't kind of explored all this stuff yet. I want to watch that video and maybe a couple more videos just to be informed. But I was looking at the map. And from my understanding is people can create NFTs and games, and they can go to different places and play other people's games and exchange NFTs. It's a good place to store them, and different companies are getting in there in this map, right? So again, I don't know what all this means. I see Ethereum there. I saw Snoop Dogg right over there, and I clicked that just to see what that is because I saw some ads, and obviously he's bought land. He's invested in that. I don't know how much exactly. I know that he has a little video there. I won't show the
NFT. Never forget to pass it.
All right, so you can watch that if you want, but this is just what they're doing. They're promoting it, so I imagine that he has a lot of followers. People would probably go there, do collectibles, get involved. I'm sure he shows up there and does music. I don't know how the interaction works. Again, this reminds me of like Minecraft or Roblox a bit. And it's not something I would play, but maybe I'll buy some land. That's what I was thinking. Maybe I'll buy a parcel of land, just like, I'm not a massive real estate investor by any means, but I thought there's people spending, I think I read something where it said there was like $200 million plus invested in real estate, digital real estate here. So I'm paying attention. I'm looking at it. I haven't figured it out yet, but this is something I'm looking at. So what can I do in the meantime? I can just buy tokens, right? Like I'm just trying to say, all right, what can I do now that I understand? It's kind of like when cell phones and the computer, internet came out. I'm sure people didn't understand it all. I remember I've spoken to older people than me that don't really use it. They're like, I don't understand it, and they just don't use it, and they just do what they do. Whereas, it's been much more highly adopted by people that are in their 40s and 50s, and certainly that are in their teens, tweens, 20s, and 30s. It's just a way of life. So I'm guessing these are NFTs, right? And if I wanted to buy this thing here, Team Scandium Citizens Hut. So I don't know what I would use this for. There's 1,000 copies, one owner so far. And I imagine there's somewhere where I could buy this if I wanted to. And then I could put it in there. So I don't know. I guess people create art, they create things and games, and they can use it. It's kind of cool. And I don't see that where you could buy it, but I don't know. I'm just not sure. I'm sure somebody could show me and explain that to me. But this is kind of a popular thing. If you're interested, I mean, Google's my place. Is like how many people play the Sandbox. Let me see if that even works. In 2020, Sandbox user base has grown fivefold, so it's 5x, reaching 500,000 wallets. Yeah, I know that when I joined, it told me that it created a wallet for me. It also has over 30,000 monthly active users, about half of whom spend more than an hour per day on the Metaverse. So, you think of movies like The Matrix and Ready Player One. I'm sure this stuff will evolve as time goes on, but I think this is one of the first of its kind. I know that Facebook had recently changed over to Meta, and that's when I started like buying some coins in that world, because I was like, well, how is that related? I don't have to understand it all. I just have to believe in it, and I believe in it. I think that there's a lot of utility there, and that younger people especially are going to get involved. I mean, look at that. There was a game called World of Warcraft, if you guys ever heard of that. And not to get into it, I think the gaming industry is like 2 billion people. How many people play? Now, I've never played this game. I know the game, World of Warcraft. Actually, that comes right up. So 4.8 million people around the world in 2020, right? So anyway, it just goes to show you, 12 million players, 2004, 12 million players. That says 4. So I'm not sure which one of these are right, but whether it's 5 million or 12 million, I mean, there's millions of people that invest in World of Warcraft as an example, where people go online, they get into this game, and they're playing, and they're buying stuff and selling stuff, and this Metaverse NFT stuff is next level. So I'm sure this will continue to grow, and that's why they're predicting that the Sandbox, for example, is going to reach $12 per coin, and I'm sure more and more users are going to use it. So that's what I'm looking at. I don't have much to talk about other than that today. I don't like to talk more than 10 minutes. So check it out, see what you think, and hopefully you guys will make some money with that. I will post what I buy as far as if I get up over 100 to 500 tokens. Again, depends what the price point is. I'm still waiting for it to see. It seems like Bitcoin kind of really sets the precedent for the rest of cryptocurrency coins, right? And this is Webull, but right, I mean, it was down to 35,000. This is a daily chart, right? It was just down to 33,000 not that long ago. I mean, what if I do weekly? I'm just curious before I get out of here, guys. Let me just see here. 1 week. So within 3 weeks, it's gone up from 33,000 basically up to 45,000, right? So I mean, quite a swing. And I remember back down there with Bitcoin, I was like, all right, well, if it gets back below 29, I think maybe I'll be looking to add if it retests this level here, and because it was below this 60-day moving average, but it seems like it's going back up. But so much going on, a lot of things to pay attention to. I definitely encourage my son not to get away from the sand. I was saying, hey, I would strongly recommend you take a few bucks every month and dollar cost average into Bitcoin, because I think it's not going anywhere. But there's so many coins, just like there's so many stocks. There's only so much you can do. But anyway, that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day. See you next video.